Hi, my name is Laura Nash. I'm the owner and designer and pattern maker at Sew Chic Pattern Company. I have made a pattern for Simplicity. I'm a special collections designer for them, and it's Simplicity pattern number 1061. And you are now involved in week 2 of the sew along. Today we're going to talk about how to get your pattern ready for cutout. And the most important thing is we want to make sure your pattern fits you first before you ever do that. So I've got my pattern ready. It's been pressed. My pieces are cut out. I have left a margin, which is just fine to do. The first thing I need to know though is where is my bust point? And I've got my padded out mannequin here. I need to measure her from her waist up to her bust point. That's an easier place to know than from shoulder to bust point. That's too elusive. I don't know where that is. So I'm going to measure from her bust point, or what I'm imagining her bust point is, down to her waist. And this is about 6 3/4 or 6 7/8, something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect exact. I also need to measure across. So I can go measure from bust point to bust point, or I can measure to my plumb line, which I've created on her. I just put a string and a pair of scissors for weight, and I can see where the center is from there. She's about 3.5 inches. So I need to make that same mark on my pattern. So here on my pattern, I've got my ruler and I've got a pin. I'm going to measure up from the waist. The waistline is already marked right here for you. And we want to move that around this way. So it's about 6 3/4, somewhere in there. So this is this line. And then I'm going to measure over from the center front line of my pattern, 3.5 inches. So there is my bust point on this pattern, and that's with the person that I'm working on. So you can see that my dart is going to match up really, really nicely with where my actual bust point is. So I'm going to double check this pattern, and a really quick and easy way to do that is to use some double stick tape and slip it right here on the back of my pattern. And I'm going to set this down where it says the waistline, right onto my pattern, matching the plumb line, going right over the top of the bust. And this is removable double stick tape, so that you're not damaging your pattern. And I'm going to check to make sure that this actually fits like I think it does, and you can see my bust point is just about right on where I want it to be. This tape is not sticking very well. But one thing I do notice about the fit here, I know I need to do a full bust adjustment. I notice that the shoulder is much too long. It's way over here. Now I'm going to have to shorten that shoulder up to make it match my my figure. So that means that the length down here, or needs to go down here. My back waist measurement might be incorrect, but anyway, I'm going to shorten that up. How much do I need to shorten? Let me imagine where that seam line is, and it looks like it's about 1/2 inch. So if I take this pattern and I fold it up about 1/2 inch. So I'm going to make a line up here, and there's my 1/2 inch. I need to fold this up and fold it together to match. And there I have shortened my pattern above the bust line 1/2 inch. And that is how you shorten a pattern on any pattern you've got. Now this transition right here, it's insignificant, so we don't need to make any changes with that. So I'm going to put this back on my mannequin, matching the waist. This time I'm going to use pins because my tape doesn't seem to want to work very well. And pin it there, and that's a much better fit to work with. So we're now ready to do our full bust adjustment. So stay with me and we'll work on transitioning and full bust adjustment next.